Is it still family, even if it doesn't feel like home? A place of belongingness goes beyond living under the same roof and having the same routine. Perceptions towards family have changed. In the past, dysfunctional bonds were overlooked as blood was higher than morals. But as time passed, people have gained awareness on one truth. Not all families feel like home.
This is a sentiment Lola Feliz has been feeling for some time, as she watched the family she created grow further and further apart. The pandemic had not only left them isolated from the outside world, but from each other as well. She watched as they locked themselves behind closed doors, sat alone at the dinner table, and turned to their gadgets for solace. How can you live within the same four walls but act as if you're strangers? Family is the most fundamental unit in society, the most central function of which is the beginning of life and the care and education of children. Often consisting of a father, mother, and child, it is the most enduring community that influences one from birth until death. God's plan for his children includes families. It is the essential pillar of society where one can learn how to love and be loved.
The most common family structure is nuclear, made up of the mother, father, and kids, whether biological, stepchildren, or adopted. An extended family refers to relatives such as grandparents, aunts, and uncles, and cousins who live in the same house or nearby, such as the Valdez family who live with their grandma. Marriage imparts essential benefits for the well-being of the husband and the wife, their children, and ultimately for the good of greater society. The institutional character of marriage provides the normative and legal structure that specifies rights, responsibilities, and standards of appropriate behavior for both husband and wife together with their children.
After all her years of living, Lola Feliz had never felt so clueless. She started conversations with each member in an attempt to reignite their family bond. But day after day, she had been brushed off. She was an old woman. She didn't know much about technology and gadgets, so there wasn't anything she could do. A child's upbringing is aided by providing love, emotional support, and opportunities for learning and discovery in a dynamic and enriching family environment. The spouses not only financially provide, but serve as role models for the children. Having a stable family allows the children to grow up in a stress-free and peaceful setting.
In the Valdez family, the parents are always preoccupied with other things. Work and money has taken priority over spending quality time with their children. The disconnection between them pushed the children to turn to their friends or gaming. The dynamic of families has since evolved during modern times. As such, we are introduced to emerging issues and changes in which we need to adapt. First, rapid social change which weakens traditional values, moral, and religious beliefs really affect the basic structure or functions of marriage and family life. Second, the Filipino family is trapped between the forces of traditional living and the modern lifestyle. Third, a new set of values and new lifestyles influence the weakening of the lifelong commitment in marriage and cripples the stability of family life. Fourth, toxic behaviors, abuse, neglect, and conflict may cause sentiments of hostility. And lastly, the most relevant in modern families is technology, a crucial variable in the breakdown of family bonds.
Unlike the usual mornings, Lola Feliz didn't prepare them a warm meal, nor greet them good morning. She woke up with a fever and remained in bed. The Valdez family were puzzled, but they knew they had to act together. This made them ponder and ponder. Not long after do they realize the distance has grown between them. Each family has its struggle. For the Valdez family, the lack of unity created a heartless atmosphere. But through it all, once put through a crisis, it allowed them to go closer together.
As a social institution, the family is the origin of social life. At young age, members may honor God by practicing moral integrity. A family is an initiation into society, a cradle of life along where they grew. It's memorably a big part of one's social life, being models of love for their children.
Is there such a thing such as a perfect family? Not at all. But there is a family that puts effort into becoming one. The Valdez family realized each of their shortcomings and decided to finally come together in union. Now, the doors are always open, and no one sits at the dinner table alone.